Word, son. What do you do, YouTube? It's your boy, XDefiant. Alright, man, before we get into this video, make sure you hit the like button, comment, subscribe, share the word, spread the links, because you know how I do. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, click the bell icon so you're notified every time I upload. Without further ado, let's get up into it. Alright, man, so I know the XDefiant, that beta's been over with for a while now. I just never really actually got on to say how I necessarily felt about it, you know what I'm saying, to the people who've are subscribed to my channel and probably have played the XDefiant beta. Yeah, man, but I'm gonna talk about it for a little bit, you know what I'm saying, give y'all my 2 cents about it. So make sure I sit back, chill, take a pee break, pause the video, get you some popcorn, because you know how I do. Without further ado, let's get up into it. Alright, man, so first things first, the whole XDefiant thing, man, I like it. I like it, you know, it's a different pace, you know. I will say though, I really feel like crossplay is a gift and a curse. You know what I'm saying? Because the reason why, and this is somebody who's played on PC, the reason why I say that it's a gift and a curse, because it's a gift because you can play with your friends that are on, you know, PC, or they're on a different console, whatever the case is, right? But at the same exact time, with there being crossplay, it allows there to be a level of, dare I say, cheating, you know what I'm saying? Because when you look at console, right, of course you can do the whole Cronus thing on console, where I could care less about that, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like there is a level of integrity between console players versus there being PC. Because when you think about PC is more open, if that makes sense. You know, you have a better chance at cheating on PC than you do on console, you know what I mean? Now, like I said, some people can say you can plug your controller up to Cronus on a console and blah 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 blah. I don't really know nothing about Cronus, so I can't really speak on that, you know what I mean? But I'm just talking about as far as like walling and, you know, having UAV and being able to see everybody on the map and seeing through the walls, like I said, walling and having no recoil on weapons and all this other stuff. You know, I don't trust PC enough to play in the game with it, and let alone at the same exact time, you know, you have more controls that you can map to your keyboard, and it can kind of make it it can make it easier for you. Like, you got people that love to do the whole thing where they like to crouch while they're shooting, or they'll spam crouch while they're shooting, or they can make a macro to where when they have it on, they can turn on the macro to be able to crouch or do whatever it is they normally would do, but just on PC, you know what I mean? So it's too many things and too many contributing factors that allow me to play with the PC player without me suspecting them of cheating, you know what I'm saying? Now, if we just had it to where I can only play against, or if I had a choice to play with only people on Xbox or PlayStation or PC, or I can have all two and all three are involved, you know, if I can make that happen, that would be cool, you know what I mean? But I just don't trust PC. I just don't, you know what I mean? I'd rather play with Xbox and PlayStation and vice versa, and then just leave PC out of there. I'm pretty sure there's enough people in the PC universe that are playing XDefiant that could pretty much get it to where they can have a match every single time. But I don't trust PC, and like I said, I've played on PC. You know what I mean? It's a totally different ball game than when you're playing on console. It's totally different. Hell, dare I say, mouse and key, at least mouse aiming wise, it's a lot easier than controller. You know what I mean? I know controller has a lot of aim assist, and it damn sure had a whole lot of aim assist on XDefiant, but at the same time, when you're on mouse and key, that mouse gives you one-to-one aiming, you know what I mean? So if you're snapping and popping on the players with no problem on mouse and key, you feel damn near unstoppable versus people who are playing that have just nothing but thumbs. So not a big fan of crossplay, you know what I mean, but that can be turned off. But I just wish we had a choice of who we wanted to play with crossplay. But I did see something on XDefiant though that made it to where you can make it to where you can I think it says same input crossplay or something like that. So meaning that if I'm on controller, I only play with people that are only on controller as well, you know what I mean? Or if I'm playing with mouse and key, people will match with me that are playing mouse and key. I thought that was kind of cool, but I don't know if that's only for PC. I don't know if that's on console as well. I don't really know, but I thought that was kind of cool. But yeah, that's just it for crossplay. Another thing, the game feels very, I guess, very Call of Duty like, you know what I'm saying? Not the modern Call of Duty, but I say that Call of Duty before we started getting into like the Modern Warfare reboot. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're kind of like on that kind of Call of Duty. It still feels arcadey in a way, you know what I mean? But at the same as that time, you can still find your way around the game. You get what I'm trying to say? I know it's kind of confusing, but you can still find your way around the game. But the overall pace of it, I like it. You know what I mean? Now, the mantling, I'm not really a big fan of. You know, sometimes the mantling can be a little bit archaic, and it seems like it's more of an animation that has to be played out first. It's like up, over, and then down, and then you're in. You know what I'm saying? It's not like you can do it on the fly like how you can do it on Call of Duty sometimes. But then again, it's a different game. Maybe that'll get tweaked in the process. I don't know. But you know, aside from being free to play, I think that I think that's fun. You know what I mean? But as far as like the crossplay thing goes, I'm not really feeling that. But the weapons in the game, you know, they're kind of hit and miss. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's certain weapons, which I know I think I was using the P90, I think. That one was hitting a lot harder than most guns that I was using. Some people that were knocking me down were using like the ACR or whatever. And, you know, I don't really know the necessary attachments to make it what it is. And that's another thing too. It's learning the game also, because it's a new game. You know, you got to find, dare I say, the meta, or find what weapons that are actually, you know, the weapons to actually, you know, use. I will say the secondaries are pretty lackluster. I had the Desert Eagle on one of them, and I had it as boosted up as much as I could as far as damage goes. And when I tell you, I thought I should have been either one or two shotting people after I done damaged them afterwards with my primary and went to my secondary. Like you know, sometimes you can kind of gauge how much damage is on a weapon, and you know when to start and stop shooting. I thought I could do that on XDefiant with some of my secondaries, but for some weird reason, they just weren't hitting like they were supposed to. So the secondaries could use a little buff, but then again, it could mean also the same as that time that I don't know the correct attachments to make it powerful like that. But yeah, the weapons are, they need a little bit more either balancing or they need a buff. But yeah, but it's all right. Let's see, what else is there? The characters. The one character that I wasn't feeling, all of them were cool except for one, and I think it's the fire one. I forget the name of it. I don't know if it's I forget the name. Y'all know what I'm talking about. The one that has the fire onto it. I seen a lot of people rocking with those, and I'm not a big fan of the whole, you know, the fire being like their safe haven. You know what I'm saying? Because I found a lot of people using that as their way of getting around. You know what I'm saying? Now, I was running around with the Splinter Cell type operative. There we go. I didn't want to butcher that word, but but I was walking around with that one, the one that gives you the cloaking suit, and then it also has the ability to where you can do the cloaking suit, or you can walk around. I think your ultimate was like you can walk around and one shot with Sam's pistol. So I got a chance to do that too. And then there was also I think it was another one where like you can get like a ping of like people that surround you within like a certain amount of feet around you or whatever, that pop up like through the walls, or like that pop up on the radar or something like that. And you know, I thought that was kind of cool. But all the other ones, out of all the ones that that were either there or I didn't like, probably the one with the fire was one that I didn't like. Or arson something, I forget, the pyromaniac or something. I think it's called pyromaniac or something like that. But that operative I didn't like, or that I didn't like that one. That's the only character that I didn't like, because the fire was just a little bit too effective. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want it to be one of those games where you run with what works. You know what I'm saying, to get ahead. I don't want it to be one of those games, because what made Call of Duty cool, at least back in the day, or Modern Warfare 2, I would say, what made that cool was that you could pretty much run with whatever gun that you wanted to run with. It was solely based off of, you know, how you were with it. You know what I mean? But when people ran with certain weapons, it was because that they mastered that weapon. You know what I mean? It wasn't overpowered per se, but you know, at the same time, that person was good with that gun. Like the TAR-21, let's talk about that for a second. The TAR-21, I hated that TAR-21, but then again, there were people that actually went in with the TAR-21. But how many people do you see to this day talking about they used the TAR-21, or that was one of the best guns that was on the game, even though you didn't use it? You see what I'm saying? So it really just depends on, you know, how good you are as a player, and you know, each weapon having to have a learning curve to master it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, the Pyromaniac, I didn't like that one. That needs a little bit of a nerf per se. But what else is there? The maps are cool. I say the maps are the maps are, it's 3 lanes, you know what I'm saying? It's 3 lanes, so that's cool, you know what I mean? The flow is there, but then again, you know, I have to play a little bit more to get more accustomed to it. But from what I played, it was pretty decent, you know what I'm saying? Spawns definitely need to be worked on, so hopefully that gets tuned. What else is there? Let's see. Trying to think, what else is there? I think the net coding, I know they worked on the net coding, and the net coding is cool, but I feel like they should do a better job of like head glitching. You know what I'm saying? Because I know people that'll be like holding a corner, or if we're on like an incline kind of sort of, if I'm on a platform and I know he's trying to creep his way up, he knows I'm there and I can only see like a portion of his head while he's able to fire at me, but his weapon is like nowhere to be found. You see what I'm saying? Like, he can remain completely concealed while he's shooting at me on top of this platform, and he's not all the way at the platform. I hope I'm not confusing anybody, but that's pretty much how a lot of the gunfights on some maps were for me, you know what I mean? But the head glitching has got to be under control. We definitely got to like tune that some. But as far as like XDefiant and like that being like another first person shooter I can play, I'm for it. You know what I mean? Just, it is free to play. You know what I'm saying? It's free. You ain't got to come out of pocket for it. So that's another thing too. You know what I'm saying? That's probably another reason why I'm not like as pissed as a lot of people are, because it's free to play. Now there's going to be a hell of a lot of microtransactions, and it's solely up to you whether or not you want to invest in it. But then again, it's free. You know, you don't have to come out of pocket for nothing. You know what I mean? But other than that, man, I mean, overall, XDefiant was pretty solid. It was a pretty solid game. Only thing that I didn't like, I wasn't able to like, you know, go through the leveling up process, because this beta was everything was unlocked. So you pretty much just went in, had fun, used whatever you're going to use, see what was what, you know, whatever you liked, whatever you didn't like, you know what I'm saying? But I think it'd probably been a little bit better if I was able to go in and upgrade everything and unlock as I went along. But they skipped all of it. They just told everybody pretty much just go and have fun, you know, do your thing. Everything's unlocked. Go and see what you like, don't like, or whatever. Just have fun. But overall, man, XDefiant is pretty solid. I think that I think that it's gonna be pretty cool whenever it drops. But whenever it does come out, I'll probably be the first one playing it, or one of the ones playing it. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comment section down below, man. What y'all think about XDefiant? What y'all feeling it? Y'all not feeling it? Let me know what y'all think in the comment section down below, man. Ooh, I hit my mic. But let me know what you think in the comment section down below. I'm going to get up out of here. Make sure you hit the like button, comment, subscribe, share the word, spread the links, because you know how I do. But I'm going to get up out of here, man. It's your boy XDefiant, and I'm signing out. Peace.